Hi guys, we're here at Camp Rising Sun. That's an international leadership camp for people from a lot of different countries. And today we're going to be doing a Q&A video.
My name is Risa and I'm from Japan and I'm a first year at Camp Rising Sun.
My name is Isla and I'm from California. I'm also a first year at Camp Rising Sun.
I'm Clara and I'm a second year at Camp Rising Sun. And we're at the in-person program, so we're here at camp. There's also another virtual program which I attended last year. So my first question for you two would be, what's a typical day like?
We have breakfast and then we have projects in the morning which we like build docks or go into the trails or paint murals and do things that we want to do.
And after projects, we have lunch. And then after lunch, we have rest hour, which is an hour that we stay in Tent Hill, which is the place that we sleep. And then after rest hour, we have instructions.
For instructions, campers or counselors give an instruction on things they're passionate about, and after that we have dinner, and then after that we have an evening program.
Thank you so much. Relating to dinner, a lot of people asked us what the food is like here at camp. So if you want to say something about that.
Okay, so the first time I came here, I thought the food was really bad and I didn't like it, but as like days passed, I found myself very liking the food, and it's not like I love the food all the time, but I basically like the food.
I also really enjoy when people cook their own cultural dishes, which happens usually at dinner. The first couple weeks I had a little trouble eating just because I have some allergies that were making things really hard for me to eat. But I talked to the kitchen and they got it sorted, and now I'm good.
How did you find out about camp?
For me, my school had provided information about the camp, so that's where I knew it.
There was a student from my school who went to Camp Rising Sun, and they came in and talked a bit about it and encouraged us to apply. And my history teacher also let them come into the class and they talked about it.
And then once you heard about camp, what was the application process like? What did you have to do? Were there like interviews or something?
So for me, I wrote like 6 kind of essays, and then I had an interview.
For me, I had to answer questions about myself and then do a project, which for me, I wrote an essay, and then there were interviews.
I also had a project and I made a brochure.
So as for the essays in the application, do you remember what they were about and what you wrote? Just as some kind of example for other people that want to apply.
One example is that for the application, I was asked of like what kind of person I am and what kind of leadership I have, and also for the interview, I was asked of what I was passionate about going to camp.
For my application, I was asked what if I was going to lead an instruction on at the camp, what it would be about, and I wrote an essay about that. And then for the interviews, it was just me telling the people who were leading the interview about me and why I wanted to come to camp and what I would add to the community.
Okay, that doesn't sound easy, but you made it. Then we have some people also asked about the second years, and since I'm a second year, I'm gonna say something about that. So second years are basically campers that really like camp, so they come back for a second season. And as for me, I did the virtual program last year, and I kind of got the feeling that I didn't experience all of camp, and so I came back for in-person CRS. And for me, that was a really good decision. And basically, second years, they're just there to guide the first years through the process when they're clueless, when they're arriving. And the application process for second years is almost the same as for first years, except that we don't have to do an interview, and it's just one application process for all second years. So I think that's it with our Q&A video. Thank you so much for participating. And do you have one last piece of advice for people that want to apply?
One very important thing is that you show your passion in your application.
I agree with that. And also find out if where you live has an alumni association or anyone you can talk to about their experience. For me, having a past student at my school tell me about the program was really, really helpful.
Thank you so much again. That's it with our Q&A, and I hope you will apply to CRS.